How often in a week do you intentionally connect with your spouse? Let's just pray it's more than 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Let's pray it's more than 15 and the 20. Remember? Because last week we gave a challenge.
So are we saying now it was at least 35 minutes?
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, really, okay? And then why is it so hard to connect once the connection is lost? So how do you get it back? And why is that so hard to do? In a busy life, which we're all busy.
Yes.
Particularly in this economy, everybody has a job and a side hustle.
Yes.
Or several.
Right.
In a busy life, can couples connect consistently? Is that a possibility?
Well, I'm sure you don't want the short answer because I have a short answer to that.
Yes, that's a short answer.
Yeah. So
the question is, but then how?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's dig on in.
Welcome. Want to welcome you to another episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Welcome.
You know, I do this with my hands. I shake both of my fists in the air. I don't know why.
I don't know why, but I find myself doing the same thing.
Do you? But you wave.
I wave sometimes, and I talk with my hands, but I have done this.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially like when I'm laughing.
Yes.
I saw myself do it on one of our podcasts.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. Right.
Okay, so when we say, for those who are listening on the radio, when we say do this, we're meaning shake our fists.
I mean, both fists are in the air, and
it means we really mean it.
Yeah, we waving them like we really do care, right? So.
Yes,
anyway.
I guess it's contagious. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, for those who don't know, I am Kenny.
I'm Kenya.
And this, again, is the Marriage Be Like podcast. We're so glad that you're joining us today. If this is your first time, we're so glad that you found us.
Welcome.
And shout out to those who might have referred you. So,
yes.
Share the information with you. So, kudos to them. And if this is, if you're
regular listener.
Thank you. Returning regular listener, viewer. We are so grateful. Thank you so much. And
so grateful.
Just make sure that we let everybody know about the podcast.
Yes.
The Marriage Be Like podcast.
And that we appreciate y'all.
That's right. So you can check us out at our website at marriagebelike.com. And if you don't know, you can catch us on wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
So it's Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts. Do I
iHeartRadio.
really have to go through all of it?
You probably don't.
Spotify,
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we're on Envision Radio on Thursdays.
Envision-radio.com. What we say, 4 o'clock, 4
Eastern
p.m.
time.
Eastern time on Thursday and 3 p.m.
Central time.
Central, right?
Yes.
It's actually the same time. It's
yes, but we got to tell them when it's Central and Eastern.
Yeah.
So that works.
So anyway, hey, listen, we're in a new series. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of in a series. It just kind of worked out that way. It's just in 2 parts. It's not so bad.
Okay. So what is this series about for those who are checking it out for the first time on this week?
It's really about connecting.
Okay.
Yes, this one is entitled Connecting with Your Spouse.
Okay.
So last week we discussed the trending and retrending information that Dr. Laura Berman gave on the Tamron Hall show about how couples only talk and connect about 15 minutes per week.
Which is alarming, isn't it?
It's alarming. I mean, I think everyone who heard that was shocked, really, honestly. But that is the average couple that gave those statistics. That was actually a study.
Okay.
So she wasn't lying. She just happened to be the one to give the information.
She didn't just make it up, is what you're saying.
She didn't just make it up.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up, and I remembered a study from a couple of years ago, and we discussed this last week about in 2022, that number was only 20 minutes. So we've gone down. Yeah. It's bad, people. It's bad. So connect with your people.
Yeah. Check out what we talked about on the last week's.
And we're just going to dig in some more this week.
Yeah.
How about?
All right. Hop in.
Good.
Let's
go.
go.
So just to give you who Dr. Laura Berman is, she is, last week I called her a sexologist because I couldn't remember her actual titles.
Oh,
So I just made up one for her, but
Oh.
that's not technically her title. She's a sex and relationship therapist.
Okay.
And of course, a best-selling author. She has written 11 books.
Because, when you throw ology on the back end of something, that just means that they study that, right?
I mean, I guess so.
I mean, you're a zoologist, so you study,
yes. And that was just the title that I gave her because I couldn't remember what she actually goes by or whatnot. So,
okay.
Or how Tamron Hall introduced her.
Having said that, I mean, I didn't think about it last week when you said it.
I just threw it out there.
But you threw that term out there.
But technically, she is a sexologist.
Okay.
That is her study. That is her field of study in marriage and relationships.
This word is
it's an actual word.
Is it really?
I think so.
Listen.
You can look it up. You can look it up. That's fine. So I'll just give a quick.
While I'm looking it up, okay?
So, and I'm going to give a quick quote too. So on the Tamron Hall show, she recently discussed keeping the connection. And Dr. Berman said that women are inspired to be sexual when we feel emotionally close and connected. Got to keep, and I quote, got to keep the fires of emotional connection going, end quote.
Okay.
So that's what she wants us to do, which I think we should do, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
Yes, I agree. Okay.
I agree.
Here's a few questions for our audience today.
Yes. Before we dig, I did look up. I mean, sexology is a word. Correct.
I told you it was a word.
Well, see.
It's a word. It's a title. Okay, go ahead and explain it, babe.
Well, I mean.
Oh, you're not going to read the definition?
Well, I know the definition.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's what I thought it was, right?
You said it wasn't a word. No. You said it wasn't a word.
No. That's what I said.
That is what you said. So then how do you know the definition to a word you said it wasn't a word?
Listen to what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is, see, this is evidence that I cannot argue, right? I will lose every argument if we are arguing. So
get to the point.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is, though I did not think it was an actual word because I understood the parts of the word, right? The root and then the suffix or the ology of it, right? I understood it. That was just the study of sex, right? Or behaviors in sex. And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just didn't think it was a word. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, all of her books, from what she said, were about sex.
Yeah.
So then I haven't read any of them, but her newest one is called Sex Magic.
Okay.
And even in her words, she said that she didn't think that she had anything more to talk about sex.
Oh, okay.
But she does. So you have to go get that book and read it. But this particular one, because she gave the information, that snippet of information from the study, another piece of that was how can your spouse was talking about keeping the emotional fires going because women operate from a sexual place when we're emotionally connected.
Okay, yeah.
That also came out in that study.
Okay.
In order to get the 15 minutes of,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. All right. Now let's dig in. Let's dig on in there.
Okay, so how often in a week do you intentionally connect with your spouse? And we kind of asked this question last week as well. But the thing about it is, if you didn't think about it last week, then let's think about it this week.
Yeah.
Let's break it down, because if you look in a day and you have an 8-hour, 9-hour workday, and then you come home and you do all the different things. If you have little kids and you're trying to get them dinner, you're trying to get them ready for bed. If you have a little bit older kids and you're going through sports, you're going through music classes, you're going through after school activities, how often in that time period are you talking to your spouse?
I remember in a previous episode, I don't know if it was it was one of those principles
episodes,
right? We were talking about carving out time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I think you're mentioning that, and I don't know if I'm touching more on another part of today's episode, but
Okay.
You say how often in a week do we intentionally connect?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, intention means that we've got to plan that out.
Yeah, in a sense, yes. But that's the thing. If I know that you have a 8-hour day, shouldn't I call or text you or talk to you at some point in that day? Does that mean that your day is only for your job?
No.
There's a break time, right?
Right. I'm sure.
There's also a lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
So then why can't pieces of that go to your spouse?
No, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I agree with that. I know like for me, oftentimes I don't have a structured, with all that I do, I don't have a structured
you don't have a
break
structured day
time
like that. Yeah.
or lunchtime or anything like that.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Right.
So then, from a personal experience, I can't speak to anybody else's experience, but my own is, sometimes, we talk about how I get so engrossed in what I'm doing that I actually have to tear myself away, or you got to tear me away.
Sometimes I do. Hey, call me when you get a moment.
Yeah.
But that is me stopping you to say, hey, call me.
Right.
And I'm not just sending the text. We're actually going to talk after that.
Yeah.
I know like oftentimes in the mornings, even with our unstructured days, but in the mornings it might be too much to talk because we're trying to get somewhere.
Right.
In the evening though, there's no time frame of rush. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Unless you have a meeting or something like that. But outside of that, your evening doesn't have the same time restraints as your day for your job.
Right.
So then take pieces of that evening to be able to break down so that you're not talking, what'd you say, 2.3 minutes of the day?
2 minutes, 8.3 seconds a day.
There we go. So that's ridiculous. So in order to do that, you have to intentionally plan. Yeah. And if not plan, at least say, okay, you know what? I have an hour before the kids go to bed or an hour after the kids go to bed.
Right.
And then you can use that time to connect with your spouse.
So let me ask you this, right? Do you think, this is a personal question, right?
Okay.
Do you think that this time that we spend together on this podcast
Do I count this? No.
You don't?
No. For what? Why would I count this?
We're talking.
I don't count this.
You don't count this?
I do not.
Why not?
You're going to have to try harder than that, sir.
I asked a question. Why
okay,
not?
Why do you think?
No, wait a minute. You can't ask. You were asking me a question to answer my question.
I'm saying no, I don't, because I don't feel like this is us connecting. This is us giving information and being marriage advocates.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. And I'm not, listen, I'm not going to trip because I feel like I need this time to count to
I'm tripping.
Why are you tripping?
I don't think you need this time to count.
I don't. That's what I just said. I don't need it to count. Okay. I'm not saying that I do. What I'm saying is...
you better get to your point.
Why doesn't it count, though? That's all I want to know. Why doesn't it? I'm not...
Because it's not directly to me and you. We're not even barely looking at each other. We're looking at a camera.
But anyway... Okay.
You asked me why, I gave you why.
Okay. I think it works. It's part of it. I can't say that, if we do an hour or however long.
Because it's just the two of you. Because it's just the two of us here in the studio.
Two of y'all. Like who?
I know the two of y'all. I don't know who y'all is, but do you feel that way because it's just the two of us? Now that I have answered my question, why do you feel like the answer is yes?
Because we actually are discussing, right, what our values are in our relationship.
In relationships, I don't feel like each piece of this is personal.
Some of it is.
Some of it is.
But I mean, we say we share some of our personal experiences, what works for us and stuff like that, right? So, okay.
And what has worked for us.
Yeah.
And last week, what should work.
Right. Well,
but, that wasn't any... we don't say anything here that we haven't already discussed. That makes sense?
This is true. Except for our segments and games.
Except for our segments and games. That's correct. And today we've got a game.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Okay. Well, and that's okay. You can say yes and I can say no, and it's all right.
I mean, the
You just
point
know
is,
that you have to give me more time.
no, the point is, honestly, I mean, no, we meet our 15-minute quota.
Oh yeah,
Before
every day, all the time. Yeah.
So, and that's not to say that 15 minutes is the
your
minimum.
quota for
That's
the
all
day?
that you get.
Because their answer was actually 15 minutes per week in a 7-day period.
So if you getting 15 minutes in a day, you're on your way.
Yes,
you're not
well
there, but you're on your way. How about that?
But your spouse needs more. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going, babe.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, how can you and your spouse or your partner? How can we do this constantly and intentionally? What kind of things can we do to I guess to create some consistency there?
Yeah.
Right.
Reaching out throughout the day emotionally, saying, "Hey, I love you."
You are not very good at that.
I'm not, but I do say other things. Good morning, babe.
Yes. I'm sorry. I had to think.
That's why I went ahead and gave it to you.
I had to think. I was like, do you? Because most times you're fussing at me, so I don't. I had to think about that one. I'm sorry.
Yes, I do.
No, you're right. Because a lot of mornings, once I get, from the time that I open up my eyes, I am running. I take off at full speed as soon as my eyes open. And so you text me this morning talking about good morning, babe. And I was already in the thick of it. And it took an hour or so before I even replied.
That's true.
That's true. And when
and for clarity, yes, we do sleep in the same bed. I know you was like, when I opened my eyes and I was already thinking, yes, but
yes.
Third shift is what we also do.
Yes. So, yeah. Anyway, so I was I was moving this morning, and it took me over an hour to respond to you. And I saw it and I'm like, oh man, I didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. And then an hour later, oh man, I didn't say anything. So then I replied then. So good morning, babe. That was your text.
That was my text.
And then you sent me a link.
I did.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was. I did check it out.
It was a Jimmy Fallon link.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Somebody was singing.
Right.
And I wasn't, Oh, he sounded pretty good, too.
I know he sounded pretty good. I thought it was him singing there for a second. I was like, wait a minute, he kind of sound like dude.
He sounded pretty good.
Yeah, so. I agree. But anyway, we somehow got off track.
Sidebar, that's your fault. That happens every time.
That's not my fault. That's always every you. Time. It's always you. So how can we constantly and intentionally connect?
Yeah.
Talking to each other constantly. Throughout the day.
Throughout the day, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what that did when you sent me that text, that good morning text. Mm-hmm. Of course, we get hungry, right? I mean, everybody, you got to eat a couple times a day at least, right? And so then I text you, said, "Hey, you want to go get lunch?" Mm-hmm. And we did. Mm-hmm. And
I count that as our connection today.
Yes. And you know what? Let me tell you something. That you saw I put my phone down. We met up somewhere.
We did.
And I had my phone out because I was watching a game.
Okay.
It was the Buffalo Bills playing, and I was watching the game. And you walked up, and what did I do? I put my phone down.
I didn't even notice you put your phone down. I didn't notice you had your phone, so...
I was trying to be slick with it. I really was. But I put the phone down and I gave you my attention.
Did you notice what I did with my phone?
You answered the phone a couple times, but
I did answer the phone because someone needed directions.
Yeah. So, your phone was down.
But then I put my phone down.
Yep. So
but when I sat down, I didn't pull my phone out. I didn't pull my phone out until I saw her call. Because I
okay.
knew that she was calling because she was looking for something. And we had a conversation earlier.
Yeah. No, and I understood that one. The context made.
Mhm.
Anyway, bottom line is, see, there you go again.
No.
So we talked about uninterrupted,
Yes, we did.
right? Interaction. And that was last week. Talking on just 15 minutes. Right. What
Yeah.
was it? What was that? That was the title, right? Just 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Talking just 15 minutes.
Yes.
So you can check that one out. So you can see exactly what we're talking about, but uninterrupted interaction, right?
Intentional. Yes.
Yes.
And then another one is kissing and cuddling.
Yeah. You know
So
what?
being able to connect physically as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk about you. Can I talk about you?
No.
You don't want me to talk about you?
You asked me, I'm telling you no. No.
It's fine because I talk about you anyway. I talk about you almost every episode. I'm
I
sorry.
know, that's why I'm like, no. I don't know what you're gonna say.
No. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. We talk. You said kissing and cuddling, right?
Yes. And these were Dr. Berman's suggestions, by the way.
Okay, but I'm just saying, the difference between you and I, you will come to cuddle, and I will
Yes.
come to you to kiss.
This is true. Okay, you can't talk about me in that case. Yes, that's true. Without sexual expectations.
There you go.
That was the other thing that she talked about.
Yeah.
So being able to connect without expecting more in return or
Right.
without expecting more. It's just the connection because that's where the emotional state lies for the women. So in a busy life, can couples connect consistently?
Consistently. I think so. I mean, again, this goes back to being intentional.
Yes.
It goes, hey, we got to plan it.
Yeah, because why can't you meet for lunch dates?
Yeah. And if you meet for lunch, I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of time for lunch today, but we sat there more than 15 minutes
we
together.
Sure did. We did.
I mean, it was about 30 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably, maybe a little more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you got there before I did.
I got there before you did, and then I had to run.
We were in different locations, and he was on time restraint. So, yeah. But it is what it is. You have a busy life. You have your own schedule. I've got my own schedule, and I don't think that we're any different from anyone else. So then you have to make the time. If you make the time moments before you go to bed, or in the morning time, if you have to make the time before your day gets busy, then that's fine. Do what you got to do to stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. So the power of sex in a relationship, I'd already touched on it just a little bit, but Dr. Berman also talked about the honeymoon phase. So what about the honeymoon phase is the real question.
Yeah.
So she says that phase is made to connect you and to bond you. It is a time in marriage, but it's not to last. So people assume that, the honeymoon phase is supposed to last because that's supposed to be your marriage and all that you do in that honeymoon phase, but it's a honeymoon phase.
So
it's just a time period.
So what we're saying then is the expectation should not be that what we are experiencing should last in
It's not the actual fairy tale.
Yeah.
So how you are and how you're so into each other in that honeymoon phase because you're so excited because you just got married.
Right.
And she explains how the honeymoon phase can last up to like 3 years or so.
Okay.
But then it kind of drops.
And I wonder, so imagine then once it drops, folk feel like, oh, it's over.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. Oh, my marriage is over. My marriage is dead. We're not doing what we used to do. And that's kind of what happens. But really, that phase, as she explains, is to bond you, to get you together so that you know that you can't be separated.
Yeah.
So then you do want to do the same things after the honeymoon phase leaves or in a sense dies down, but You're still looking for the highs of the tingles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The highs that never come down to lows.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so she's saying that that's unrealistic.
I mean, and to your point, right? Not every day is going to be a great day.
This is true. And life happens,
Yeah.
So you can't expect that. And so I think she's trying to warn people, don't go into a marriage expecting that all the time when that's not the case.
Yeah.
You can still bond and connect because that's what that honeymoon phase is for, because you're so into each other at that time. And then once it fades away, you can still be into each other. At that point, just look back and see how you bonded.
Yeah.
Use those pieces that you did in those first 3 years, because she says 3 months to 3 years. So then use those pieces that you did then to continue. And yeah, it may not be the highs of the tingles, but the connection is still there. And then you won't have to worry about later disconnecting.
Yeah.
If you keep that going.
So let me ask you this, and I don't know if we discussed this last week, if you can remind me, but so you talk about that honeymoon phase and goes away, and then of course, there's going to be highs and lows in a relationship. But do the low times, right, where we're challenged with issues, but we are talking through them, do those count?
Talking through them?
Yeah, I mean, the talking, we talk about communication, that 15 minutes that we've been talking about, right?
Yes.
We want to increase from 15 minutes to, hours.
They count if you use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're going through a low, right?
Right.
Sometimes people are in that low and don't want to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you use your communication skills during that low time, that does count. It absolutely does. Because not only that, it bonds you emotionally, and that's where it comes in.
Yeah. Okay.
So then the woman will tend to give more because she's emotionally connected.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
then
got you.
In the end, that low doesn't have to be as low.
Right, right. Yeah. I just, sometimes you feel like it doesn't, I don't want it to seem like it doesn't count if it's not a positive interaction.
Yeah, if it's not a positive interaction, my personal opinion, it actually still counts.
Right.
As long as you're not yelling and screaming at each other.
Yeah.
But if you are discussing a problem.
And you're actually working through it.
You're working through it. You're being vulnerable. You're actually still connecting.
Mm-hmm.
So then and it gives you more confidence so that the next time you have an issue, you can work through that one just like you did the last one.
Right. Okay.
So no, I think it does count.
Okay.
And furthermore, it keeps the connection because then you won't go into looking for other people in areas to connect emotionally.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so disconnection comes at any stage in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's where some of it comes from by not communicating, right? Particularly in the lows. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a disconnection. Everyone can have their needs met. You just have to discuss.
Yes.
You got to communicate. If you're feeling something, your spouse doesn't know what you're feeling unless you actually say that you're feeling it.
That takes me back to this whole idea that, you should have already known.
That used to be me.
Yeah.
I'll confess.
Yeah, you used to say that all the time.
You don't have to talk about me. I'll confess that.
I mean, and what's amazing is, I have not heard that in I don't know how long.
Because I realized it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that it wasn't true. I honestly believed that if you knew me well enough, you would understand how I was feeling.
And I don't want to throw in this stigma that men are really kind of disconnected from their perception of, or I don't even know it's the perception, their awareness of their spouses or partners, emotional state and things like that.
I think so, though. But also, you all don't have the vulnerability until you learn to be more vulnerable. So then it's something more so that you have to be pulled out. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So then how would you see my vulnerable side, or how would you see what I'm feeling if you don't notice it because you don't see life that way?
And another part of that is, generally speaking, we have a way of hiding so many different things, our emotions, you
That's
know?
true.
I mean, it's because I know personally I do. I know you have done, right? Where we actually suppress our feelings, one, so that we can continue to move on, right? That way, because if we feel like we dwell in our emotion at that moment, it doesn't serve us any purpose in the moment that we are, looking at. We can't function throughout the day. So we
Right.
just want to function. We want to get the day over with. So then we suppress it, and we learn how to continually suppress.
Yes. If you
these
still ain't
feelings.
dealt with it yet, it just keeps on being suppressed.
Absolutely. So, and then if we have grown to that part where we are become really effective and efficient with suppressing our emotions, then how in the world can someone
Read them and know what you're saying? The other piece to that, and I'll confess again, I thought that if I said it once, you're supposed to remember it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
If I say it once, you're supposed to remember it, you're supposed to fix it, and I don't have to say it again.
The freedom I have now that there are lessons to be learned in our relationship. I'm going to tell you what, because you don't know how much you put me through saying, I told you this 10 years ago. Really?
Yeah, I told you this 5 months ago, and you ain't fixed it yet. So why don't you understand that I still feel that way?
Right. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, but that's the thing. We have such expectations on
Yes.
each other that,
Yes.
that really they're unrealistic, I think. And it puts our spouse, our partner at a disadvantage, simply because, I expect you to know and even feel my feelings. Come on now. I mean, we are different people, right?
True. You don't have to feel the same way I feel.
Right. So anyway.
Sometimes it happens, but not always.
Yeah. You done woke me up on this one.
Okay. So another thing that she discusses is not just about connecting, but she discusses sexual connection. When you connect, you are prone to be much more sexual.
Mm-hmm.
She says that there's an epidemic right now in marriages because many marriages, and she didn't give any stats, but she just said many marriages are sexless marriages.
Mm.
I don't understand that one, but I do know that when connection isn't happening, then you're not trying. And then if you're not trying to connect, then there's no emotional connection there, which then means the female isn't really as into it. And
then, it's not as satisfactory.
Yeah. You add in ED and so on and so forth and those things. And next thing you know, you got a sexless marriage.
Wow. Yep.
No one's talking about it.
Yeah.
No one's being intentional. And you're suppressing your feelings 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
I know. Pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, let's go to the game.
Let's play a game.
Okay, this game is called Which One? So it's like this or that. This is work edition.
Here we go again.
What?
You forgot the theme song.
Let's go to the game. Da-da-da-da!
Okay.
There's our game. Here we go.
The theme song for the game.
Yes. Okay, so we do our games. I also forgot to say this part. We do our games so that you have moments and create moments to connect.
That's right.
That's why we do our games. That's why we do our segments, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so
and
if you
look,
don't know how to connect, watch this.
You can use this podcast to take an hour to connect.
Yes.
There you go. Y'all
go.
can listen to it together and then discuss it. That might give you 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing. Home office or work office?
Wait, first thing.
Yeah, which one? That's the first one.
Oh, which one? Like this or like that? Okay. Sorry. Did you say that already?
I did.
How did I miss that? Okay.
Because I said that first and then I went into... And you went into, hey, you forgot the theme song, and I said, hey, I forgot to.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Okay, go ahead. Which one?
So I already read it. So which one is it, babe?
Listen, I used to think I really loved having a home office, right? I mean, now granted, I do a lot of work at home.
Yes.
But if I had a home office where every day I had to do work there at home, it's tough.
Yeah, I love my home office.
Yeah, you sit there.
It's got me a nice little corner.
Yeah. You sit there and you work and you will be there all day. Yeah, unfortunately.
I'll connect with you while working. I'll be texting, I'll be emailing other relationships, friends and family and so on and so forth, all while working.
Yeah. No, I need to go somewhere. I need to get up and go somewhere.
Yeah.
Though I do a lot of work at home.
Work office for you, home office for me.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So work solo or with a team?
By myself.
Oh, I'm a solo worker. Oh my goodness.
I don't need nobody's help. Get out my way so I can focus. No.
I know. But I also know I need a team. But I am very much a solo worker. Yeah. And so in leadership roles, I request a team, need a team, and then spread out the work.
Yeah.
If it's a situation where I don't have a team or even, on the job, I don't need a team. I can do it by myself. And I have.
Yeah.
I have. There are times where in our business, he's gone one direction, I've gone another direction. We're doing photography and videography by ourselves.
Yeah.
In 2 different areas.
Yeah. Yep.
It wasn't that long ago we did that.
That's right.
That it actually works for me, but I'm also good with the team as well. But my preference would be by myself.
By myself. All by myself.
Unless it's just too much work. Yeah. But I don't need coworkers. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm mad at that, how we both just jumped into that solo. Anyway.
Okay, so desk chair with arms or without?
I need arms.
I actually need arms too.
I need arms. I
need to be able to sit back and sometimes I'm doing one of these numbers while thinking. Just kind of
put your arms
arms, my hands and my wrist on the chair and I'm looking up. Okay, let me just take a moment. Let me just think about this real quick, And then sometimes I lean back like my chair at the house in my home office. My arms are a little higher.
Okay.
So I just rest them. And sometimes I'm just typing just like that.
Yeah. So a chair without arms, is that really considered a desk chair? It's
yes,
more like
my desk chair here at the studio has no arms.
But okay, you're right.
It's a nice chair. It's a comfortable chair.
Mine has arms.
Yeah, but I don't favor it because it don't have arms.
My desk chair in the office,
both places, at home and office.
And at the church.
Yes.
I got one. I got a couple. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My office at the church also has arms on my chairs.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. I've got offices in a couple churches, so and they all have arm
on your chairs.
All my chairs got armrests.
Yeah, it's really a must for me. I don't know why, but I need it just right. Okay, so couch or chair? If you're pondering, if you're thinking, if you're in the office, if you're at the house.
It depends on what I'm doing. I like a chair. We have those what do you call them?
Grandfather chairs.
Grandfather chairs?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You talking about at the house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do like those when I'm really kind of, like you say, you're pondering. And maybe I'll watch a game in it. The couch, I like a couch for watching movies and stuff like that. But I don't like our couch.
I know. We want to change it eventually. Yes, I know. But yeah, I like the stretch out of it. I think I prefer a couch over a chair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. If I'm working, like if I got my iPad and I'm, doing some stuff.
Yeah.
And,
if I'm relaxing, it's going to be a couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So pen or pencil?
Neither.
That's right.
That's
right.
Neither. Listen, I've got my Apple Pencil.
There you go. So is that a pen or a pencil?
It's neither. What? I mean, it's not.
Called a pencil?
I mean, because what else are you going to call it? It's not a stylus.
No, it's not a stylus.
But here's the reason why I say neither, because a pen or a pencil requires paper.
Yeah.
And I hate paper. Not because, we're destroying trees because, to have paper, but you lose paper. So I use my iPad for everything. And if you walk up to me and you give me a piece of paper, I'm going to look at you like you crazy. Like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Lose it, you know? They remember, I don't know if you remember back in the day when people would stand on the street corner and pass out little flyers and stuff like that. And I would have been one of those people that either did not take the flyer or just drop it in the nearest.
After you first read it and then just drop it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, like not last time, but last night when Robin said that she gave some of the paper to you.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, well, Kenny's got one and Bellamy's got one. I was like, okay, I'll go get it from Kenny right now. Because I knew if you went too far, it was going to be lost.
It was going to be lost. So,
Yeah,
because
paperwork does not work for you. So you have to use your Apple Pencil.
Yes. And go back and ask her what my first response was when she asked me if I would give it to you.
What'd you say?
No.
And actually, I was on the phone with her, leaving my office at the church, walked out the door, and I said, "Oh, here he is. Okay, catch you later, Robin."
I mean, no, she said, "Will you give?" I was like, "No, don't give me no piece of paper to give to anybody."
No, I missed her. I wasn't able to catch her last night, so she had to give it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, we caught it pretty quickly, so she knew I had it because I saw you through the office door and I went right to you. Okay, so that was the end of our game, right?
Yes, da-da-da-da.
That was the end of the game. Okay, so again, you can use that to help connect with your spouse throughout the week.
Yes.
Okay, so this one, we talked about the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
We talked about, yeah. Look, I'm looking through my notes, people. Okay, this connection comes at any stage in a relationship, but it doesn't have to. Everyone can have their needs met. You just have to discuss and connect.
Right. Yep.
When you connect, you are prone to be more sexual. So that is the power of sex.
Yeah.
The connection.
Right.
That's the key right there.
Yep.
Being able to bring that out of your spouse and being able to feel the touchy, tingly that you feel when you're in that honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, because
I just wanted to kind of go back before.
Okay, yeah.
Rewind just before the game, and then
Okay, I got you. Because I'm a little confused here. The next one you got on here is called fubbing?
That is correct.
Fubbing, what is this?
Does anybody know what fubbing is?
I don't.
You do not know what fubbing is.
This is definitely a made-up word. I have never heard of this before in my life.
It is a Gen Z word. And let's be clear, Gen Z make up a lot of stuff. So they have created the word fubbing. Or maybe lower age millennials.
Okay.
It wasn't one I did. I didn't make this one up. Okay. So, you gonna look it up? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, look it up and look at the definition, see if you can find a definition.
Okay.
And there's a definition. Look at there.
This doesn't come out of
it's
Webster.
Not a Webster, but it's a made up word. It's a slang or something. Go ahead.
Okay, the act of ignoring someone you're with by focusing on your smartphone instead, making them feel unimportant, excluded, and damaging relationships and mental well-being.
Yes. So
this is coined in 2012. It describes a common behavior of prioritizing phone use over face-to-face interaction.
Yes.
Okay, I want to argue.
Some people say snubbing.
Okay.
Some people say fubbing.
I want to argue, though. I think this is less of an intentional thing, right? It's just the act of ignoring someone. But I think a lot of it is just the people are just incapable of.
It's the addiction of your smart technology.
But
that's what it is.
Okay. Because I'm thinking like, no, you just have not learned how to talk to folk because all you know how to do is text and Snapchat.
Yes. So it's the addiction or it is the intentional ignoring.
Okay. Have you ever done Snapchat?
No.
I installed the app on my phone once.
I did too.
And
that's all I did.
I had a coworker who was actually my boss for a while, right? Mike.
Yes.
Yes. And he would Snapchat me every morning. And he was the only one that I ever
interacted with on Snapchat. Yeah.
And I might respond back like once every 2 weeks or something, right? But he would send me these little things every morning.
I might actually still have it on my phone. I've never logged in or anything.
No, I don't have it on my phone anymore because I upgrading the phone and changing all the apps. When I upgrade the phone, I kind of do I kind of flush out all of the
So when
apps
you went to upgrading your phone, you went right off the subject.
No, because we're still talking about the phone. Fubbing.
You went to Snapchat and Mike and all of this. Okay, stay on task.
We are. We're there. So Snapchat and phone addiction, your cell phone addiction, right? It's fubbing.
Bring it home.
So wait.
Yes.
All I'm saying is we get to a point where we are so engrossed in that phone that we ignore each other.
That is correct.
But I also feel like I will still argue though that we lose our gift of personal interaction simply because.
Well, there's no argument there. That is actually what the whole point is of fubbing.
I thought that was an intentional.
It is also intentional, but if that's what you're doing, whether unintentionally or intentionally, you are ignoring your spouse.
Okay.
You are not connecting with your spouse, with your partner, which means that you've got an issue.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, common signs are decreased eye contact.
Now, I look at you in your eyes.
I look at you in your eyes as well.
Your eyes are beautiful.
Thank you, babe.
Yes.
So short conversations, just get to the point, barely say anything, just enough to say the answer to a question and keep moving.
Yeah.
Lack of response or response looking at your phone.
Don't look at me.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I'm looking at you.
No, don't do that. I was still looking at your eyes, and then you look back at me.
You were, but a lot of times you be answering me while looking at your phone.
So I'm fubbing you?
I didn't know that was a piece of it, but yes, I guess so.
No.
You're addicted to your phone.
I'm not addicted to my phone. What in the world?
So those were some of the signs that she was discussing that fubbing is. And then they create issues as far as disconnection.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how you going to say I'm addicted to my phone.
Well, we talked about earlier in this episode that we both had to put our phones down. I think that we use our phones a lot, which is why I don't be bothered with it, because we use our phones a lot because we run a business.
Yeah.
Businesses. So then we have to have our phone nearby, particularly since we're not always at our home office and that kind of thing, or here at the studio, at the office. So then we have to keep our phones nearby so that we can make sure that we catch our calls.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't marry with it too much.
Okay.
But when it's my time, it is my time.
Yeah, you said I was addicted to my phone. So I'm trying, I'm trying not to feel any kind of way, but okay.
Okay, well, you can feel some kind of way after you look at how often you're on your phone when you're not using it for work.
I told you I play that one game.
You do.
And I do that for my mental, to keep my brain sharp. Moving on.
You was trying to go there. I was trying not to. In a busy life, can couples connect consistently?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Well, again, we talked about being intentional, right?
Yes.
like we said, carving out that time. I really didn't think, I know I shared this before. I will share it again. Remember that date challenge we did?
Yes.
Several years back.
I had an example too. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, and something different than that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the date challenge, I remember we were part of a married couples group, and the date challenge was in October, right? During the whole month of October.
I think so.
It was chilly during that time.
Yeah.
But the challenge was to do a date every day for 30 days for at least 30 minutes a day. And Kenya says, you said, let's do this. And I was like, yeah, skeptical. I don't know about this because, this doesn't sound like something that I can find time to do, you know?
Right.
And so I was a little, reluctant to do it. But hey, you know what? She is very competitive. And so we did it. And I was really moved because at the end of the challenge, we actually won first place.
We did.
And I really did not believe that we could do it at all.
He didn't think that we could find 30 minutes in our busy days even then.
Right.
Our kids were young then as well.
Yeah.
So he didn't feel like we could find 30 minutes or even to be that creative to find dates for 30 days.
Right.
So yeah, but we won and it was a great challenge. And then we learned the lesson together. I did it just because I'm competitive. But I don't know that I really cared or didn't think that we could do it.
Yeah. You didn't think so?
I'm saying I don't know that I did or didn't. I just went for it.
I really felt like you did because you pushed. You pushed hard.
I did because I'm competitive.
Because you.
But I was just like, we can do this. Let's just go. We gonna do it.
To me, it was like we gonna win this thing.
We are. We're just gonna win,
and you gonna act like you want to win.
Yes, you are.
That's how I felt.
Because that's how I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Yes. So my example for yes, you can do this. You can connect every day and be intentional about it. Remember when John and Mel.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me, we were out shopping, I think, one day, and she bought like several little things of chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And I was like, girl, I'm like, why you got all these chocolate chip cookies? Then she explained to me that she bakes chocolate chip cookies in the evening after the kids go to sleep. So that her and her husband can spend time together and they'll eat the chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
I was like, so kind of as you eat the chocolate chip cookies, you're talking, you're discussing, and then once they're gone, then you can kind of go and do other things.
Yeah.
But that was their time. And they don't do it every night, but they did it, I guess, a couple of times a week. So she had several with like Pillsbury dough cookies or whatever. But I was like, normally when I get them, I get one. But because she had several, I questioned.
Okay.
But that's what she was saying, that's what she does in order to make sure that they spend time together.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, it was a busy day and a bunch of kids and so on and so forth, So it's hard to get that in. And we know and we understand that. And it really isn't any better when you get to have teenagers.
Yeah.
Because then they're in even more sports and activities and that kind of thing. And you're all over the place trying to take them all the different places that they're supposed to be.
Then they get jobs.
Then they get jobs and you might have a little bit more time. Then because they get jobs, you work a little more.
Yeah.
Whatever the case. We all know that it's very hard to do. But if you literally talk to each other and decide to do it, it can happen.
Yeah.
And then disconnection never has to happen.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go through the love lessons, and they're pretty much the same ones as last week.
Okay.
Take time to connect, communicate, and be intimate with your spouse.
Intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No sexless marriages, people.
No sexless marriages.
All right, remember your friendship.
Yes.
Okay, because you had to be friends.
Yep.
That needs to continue throughout your marriage.
Yeah.
Also make memories with your spouse.
That's right.
If you are having problems, and this is what we didn't say last week, if you are having problems connecting, don't hesitate to call a counselor.
That's right.
We are advocates of marriage and advocates of going to counseling.
That's it. Absolutely.
So if you're having difficulties and you all just feel like you can't come together, call a counselor to give a third party and perspective and to help you get there with the tools that they know how to use.
That's right. That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So in closing, close us out, babe.
Listen, we want to thank you all, everyone, for joining us on the Marriage Be Like podcast, for checking us out on Envision Radio or wherever you get your podcasts. And you know what? Don't forget to email us at Kenya at marriagebelike.com so that you can place an order for the devotional that we participated in called Echoes of Faith. Oh,
I did the echo since you said it.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. Listen, you can join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Get it right, Kenny.
Don't know what the problem is.
4 p.m.
And 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on Thursdays.
On Envision Radio, envision-radio.com. You can check us out at our website at marriagebelike.com. And that way you can subscribe to our podcast. You can actually see links to the other episodes that we have online.
Go back and look at the other episodes, particularly if it's your first time or if you catch us regularly but miss one. Feel free to go back. Listen, we want you to feel free to subscribe, like share, comment. And you can comment. Send us comments, even whether it be on social media or on our on our email address at Kenya at marriagebelike.com. Listen, the music that you hear right now was produced by our son KEG Beats. So you can email us if you need a beat. Yes.
Right? Give me a beat.
Good one, babe.
Okay. Sorry. I just came out.
Yes.
Listen, the Marriage Be Like podcast is a production of Green Room Entertainment. We are an award-winning media production company. So you can check us out at greenroomentertain.com.
Thank you so much for listening and for watching.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Have a good week. Bye-bye.